Ashport, a city on the brink. The winds of the restless sea are thick with the soot and grime of progress. The continent of Valdara is a world of adventure and magic, and this land of kings, of monsters, of heroes, is being dragged kicking and screaming into a modern age. Crime lords battle for control of the city's underbelly, and the common people struggle for survival. All the while, politicians congratulate themselves on being a testament to enlightenment. The Birchfield Institute, a shining beacon through the smoke, leads the way, merging science and magic to improve the lives of those who can afford it. The divide between the common and privileged is growing wider, day by day. Eager to shed Ashport's uncivilized past, the powers that be dismiss adventurers and heroes as mere mercenaries, charlatans, pirates. Only a select few, through sheer nerve and talent, become sanctioned by the Institute to recover ancient knowledge and artifacts for study and safekeeping.
Merrick, you can cut the act. We're already on the train.
Sorry, love. Can never be too sure who's listening. Carry on.
After getting our next mission from Robin, the party hopped a ride aboard the Stone Coast Railway to try to steal something else. Because apparently that's what we do now. Merrick managed to stow away with the cargo. Merrick, you're supposed to be a ferret, not a cat. Shut up already. Merrick managed to stow away with the cargo by posing as a disturbingly convincing dire weasel, and managed to succeed in locating the last 3 paintings of the conversation set we were looking for. Once we secure them and bring them back to Ashport, we'll be able to reassemble the treasure map that leads to some elemental grimoire that everyone's so excited about. For now, the rest of us are just sort of fumbling our way through trying to keep the guard occupied and
insulting my mother,
telling him that we're feeding our weasel. And Bonnie wandered off with the young porter to try to distract him with a little flirting, so we'll see how that goes. Taking the opportunity to show off to her, the porter just revealed another very real dangerous animal on board the train.
He starts to pull back the curtain slowly. And inside, behind this curtain, is a large cage. The bars are probably 3 to 4 inches apart. So he says, you gotta be careful, stay back. And he pulls this up back, and this large cage houses a very large, beautiful orange and black tiger.
Oh, wow.
It's a kitty.
And as the curtain comes back, the tiger kind of gets up and stretches and yawns, and then comes over and starts pacing back and forth next to him. And he pulls out a steak from his bag and tosses it over to the tiger.
I was going to make a porterhouse joke.
What are the rest of you? That was good enough. What are the rest of you doing in the first cart while this is happening?
Adelaide has started putting on her leather armor out of her backpack and explaining to the guard that Fluffy gets a little scratchy if you wake him up outside of his bedtime.
All right, he'll buy that.
It takes like a minute to put it on.
All right, so you put on your leather fluffy feeding gear.
Val pulls out her rope and puts it over her shoulder and looks just in case he gets a little ornery. And then she also pulls some meat out of one of her rations. The whole time she's trying to keep herself between him and the box.
We didn't. Again, no coordination. We'll just see what happens.
All you said was, Bonnie, go distract the porter. So I did.
You did a great job. Adelaide's gonna try to actually, she's gonna say to Val, you're strong, right? So if Fluffy starts getting a little out of hand, you can shove him back in the box, right?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Good. Great.
Sir, she turns to the guard. Jerry, I know you gotta be in here to make sure we don't take anything, but can we have you back up just a couple feet?
You know what? Yeah, I think I will. And he steps back a couple times. So he's a good distance behind the this kind of barrier.
Thank you.
So Adelaide will then look up at Val and be like, good. And then sort of, how do I describe this?
Oh, this is going to be so good.
So he's behind Val now? Like I can make a hand motion and he not see?
If you step into the alcove with these crates, yes, you could hand motion without him seeing.
Okay, well she will do that so she can try to hand motion to Val and be like, good. So if something happens, you need to put him in the box. Large hand motions of shoving.
As you make pointing and pounding motions towards Jerry. All right.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I got it.
Hit him on the head.
She will have her hand on her hand axe. Just on the pommel of it. But yeah, Arthur, you want to check the box? See how he's doing?
Oh yeah. I'd love to. Let me handle that. I'll just go right up to it.
All right, you walk up to this box. It is clearly empty.
How's he doing?
Well, through the whole he's doing wonderful. He loves tuna fish.
All right.
And I'll just throw a half a tuna fish sandwich in there.
Okay.
And push the crate shut and be like, yep. No worries at all. He seems to be doing really well.
That's good.
Great.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much done here.
Adelaide's gonna stand like she's heading out, but like stand in front of the door.
Okay, so you walk past the guard to get to the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand at the door.
All right, he kind of just takes kind of a step back and looks at you. Oh, we ready to go? I think your friend will be fine with Kian.
I think so too. He's in good hands.
God damn it.
Yeah, it should be fine. Fluffy's apparently still feeling pretty calm, which is good.
Yeah, maybe
He might like the vibrations from the train.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll check back in a few minutes.
Whatever you need.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be anytime soon. We've got several more hours of train ride ahead, so we could probably check on him in like an hour or so. We'll come get you when we want to check on him. Thanks, Jerry. And she starts walking towards the door.
We'll come back over to the other cart. So at one point the tiger kind of sniffs at the meat and he's kind of interested, chews on it a little bit, but then just out of nowhere just jumps up and reaches through the bars and tries to like slash at the two of you. Seems very kind of grumpy, and he's kept you at a safe distance back. This is how he is all the time.
Bonnie kind of squeaks and like clutches him a little bit.
He's okay. He's all right. He's just a big softie. After he's eaten about half of that, we could go in and pet him if you wanted.
Could I really?
Yeah, I've done it.
I'd love to.
All right. So you'll sit there and just wait for him to kind of finish it. He says, we put special stuff in the steak to calm him down.
Like what? Is it like a...
Oh, I don't know. It's whatever Avington gives us. Keeps him calm for the trip.
Well, you are incredibly brave. I don't know that I could get in.
It's nothing. Day in the life of a porter.
It sounds fascinating getting to go to all these places and travel around. What's the most exotic place you've ever been? She's trying to talk maybe mightly a little bit louder to cover any noise that Merrick might need to make.
Okay, so Merrick, you're still hiding, but obviously it sounds like Bonnie kind of has him distracted over there. You can hear pretty much everything they're saying. You hear the snarl of the animal occasionally.
How loud was the train noise in between the cars?
Pretty loud.
So if I opened the door, it would be perceptible?
Oh, yeah. Considering they're standing like within 10 feet of it.
I'm cool waiting.
All right, so we'll cut back over to the other cart, where I think a little miscommunication is going on, and it sounds like you all are leaving the cart.
We're leaving the cart.
Okay. So he opens the door, motions for you guys to head through. You guys go and get your seat. He locks the doors again.
She goes to the bartender and says, "Can I have a wine, please?"
He pours you a wine.
Thank you. Adelaide will drink half of the glass of wine as her first sip.
Okay.
What seems to be wrong, Adelaide?
Okay, so let's coordinate this time. What we will eventually probably have to do, at some point, is if Merrick gets back in the box, great. We don't have to worry about anything. We can just have him in the box. But if something funky happens, we need to put the guard somewhere that no one will find him, and I'm proposing we put him in the box. If something happens. Everyone seems pretty chill so far.
All right. So far, I think we're gonna be okay.
Okay.
We don't want to do anything too soon, though, because if the guard's missing, people are gonna notice, so we gotta do it close to when we get off, right?
Yes. I'm just a little... 2 of them are over there now? I'm just a little concerned.
Well, but Bonnie's distracting the guy. I mean, he clearly was pretty smitten.
All right.
Taking her back and showing her stuff, so...
Yeah, he is. She continues drinking her wine.
All right, cutting back to Bonnie. So the tiger has eaten about half of this big steak, almost a roast level piece of meat, and kind of just is like a little groggy, and he's just kind of like laying there, like just with the meat in his mouth, just kind of purring and just gently kind of gnawing on it. He goes, okay, all right, should be good. And he pulls out a key and walks over to the side and puts the key in and opens it. Come on.
She goes with him.
So he opens the door and walks in and kind of goes and kneels down by the butt of the tiger and has you kneel down next to him and just starts to like gently pet its like rump and leg.
Bonnie kind of shakily puts a hand out and starts petting gently.
Yeah, and the tiger seems to be like just relaxing there. Not really doing anything and chewing on its meat, and you're petting a tiger.
This is amazing.
Right? So yeah, I would say this is the most exotic place I've ever been.
Thank you so much for sharing this with me.
Oh, sure.
I really appreciate it. Should we continue our tour?
Yeah, if you want. And he kind of motions for you to leave the cage.
She does.
Just as you're heading out, however, the tiger's tail just kind of twitches a little, and he gets kind of this weird look in his eye, and he jumps up and slashes and rakes down Kian's back, who screams out to the point where everybody hears it all the way to the front of the dining car, and he just drops, and the tiger turns its attentions to you.
Can I cast Animal Friendship?
You can try, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, she casts Animal Friendship.
The irises are really big, and one of the eyes is kind of just twitching a little bit by itself. Drool's kind of coming out of its mouth.
You spell it to convince the beast that you mean it no harm.
Okay, so unfortunately, due to the nature of what's going on to it, it can't be charmed. So the spell fails. So what are you guys doing in the dining car? The guard jumps up.
Yeah, the moment Adelaide hears that, she's up.
I hope that wasn't Fluffy.
The guard jumps up, runs to the door.
Petra's up and running to the door.
Petra?
Damn it! Adelaide is up and running for the door.
Yeah, Val runs over too. What's going on back there?
Okay, the guard runs up. You need to stay back. And he leans down to put the key in, and he grabs the door handle, and the door just kind of pops open. And he goes, what the? And he kind of looks at the door and sees that the thing has been stuffed in there. And he looks over at the four of you. You all need to sit down and stay back.
One of our friends is in there.
I push him.
Go, give me a strength check.
7.
All right, let me see what his is. Oh, shit. He rolled a 5. So, you get up there and knock into him. Oh, that's that one. Okay, so you run up to him as he's like looking at that and says, you need to stay back. You run up and you just shoulder right into him. He kind of doubles over a little bit and falls backwards, reaches and tries to grasp the railing, and slips and falls underneath the train.
Val, look away.
Oh my god, it's already happened.
Oh
I immediately Val, it's gonna be fine. Just
He's not gonna...
this never happened.
We need to go.
Let's go. I turn and I start going through the rest of the doors.
She just kind of
Mm-hmm.
shakes her head at Arthur and runs, because she can't do anything now. He's under the
He's
effing train.
gone, yeah.
She cannot even attempt to heal that.
So,
He'll never find out what the mystery was.
Oh, no!
That's the real tragedy of this.
so, my God.
Did the book survive?
The book is sitting right there.
I was gonna tear out the last pages of the book anyway, so.
Oh, rude.
No.
My God. So,
Yeah, Adelaide's booking it.
you guys will have 2 rounds since the doors were left unlocked. You'll have just 2 rounds to get to the other cart. So we'll go ahead and cut back to Bonnie, who's just looked down and sees her new friend is down on the ground with 2 large rakes down the back. This tiger is standing over him and is about ready to pounce on her. Let's go to initiative.
Okay.
Just for you and I. And Merrick, if he wants to, since he's in that cart.
I got an 18.
The tiger got a 7.
Which just beats me at 6.
All right. What do you do, Bonnie?
Am I still in the cage or am I outside the cage?
You are just outside the cage.
And Kian is still in the cage?
Yep.
She's going to grab Kian and pull him out of the cage while casting Cure Wounds on him.
All right. So you can grab him. That's fine. But if you want to move with him, you're going to be provoking attack of opportunity.
That's fine. I'm still going to do it because she doesn't want him hurt.
Okay. So you grab him and start just running with him. And the tiger takes a slash at you, is going to hit, and does 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Are you bloodied? I
am bloodied, but I'm still up.
Okay.
And she heals Kian for 10 points.
Okay. He's kind of gasps. He's like, "What happened?"
It attacked you. I got you. And she's dripping blood now.
Okay, so he kind of starts panicking a little bit and is kicking his feet. And then the tiger goes and sees him kind of flailing, sees him kind of wounded and injured, and attacks him again.
Can I use my reaction?
To do what?
Absolutely nothing. Never mind.
Okay.
Jump in the way or something?
No, that's not how it works.
Damn.
So the tiger unfortunately crit.
Ooh.
And did quite a bit of damage. It just kind of bites into his stomach and just kind of rips out stuff. And you would guess that he's not coming back from that. It was enough damage that he's gone.
She just kind of screams his name as it happens.
By the way, for those of you that just left the dining cart, the bartender is freaking out and ducks underneath the bar.
I was going to ask if there was anyone who saw that the guy fell out of the cart.
Fell? Yeah, okay, sure. Let's use that word now.
He fell off the train. He got shoved out of the car. He fell off the train.
All right. It was his fault. I got it.
From the bar, would it have been obvious that Arthur pushed him?
Yes.
Yeah.
The bar is right next to that door, literally.
Oh, God. Adelaide's just watching her recruitment flutter out the window.
If one of you wants to stay behind and deal with that, or if you guys are just going to all book it, I did forget to mention that. So, Merrick.
Okay. Physical situation of Kian's body versus the entrance to the cage versus distance to me.
All 3 of them are now just outside the cage, about 10 feet. That's as far as they can go. You are on the other side of some crates. You can hear what's going on, but you can't really see. But you're about 20 feet away from them and about 35 feet, 40 feet from the door.
Okay. Going to use my newly acquired bonus action to dash my full movement, so I can actually get a stock of the situation.
Okay, so you get up and you see, so you kind of come up the main hall there, and in front of you is the door, and to the left, about 10 feet away, is this, which you haven't seen yet, large tiger, and who is just like got entrails coming out of its mouth attached to this porter, and Bonnie kind of holding the porter, freaking out.
And the tiger is out of the cage?
Yes. Maybe not his tail. Maybe like his one back leg might kind of still be on the threshold.
Bonnie, we need to go.
Yeah.
Nope, we need to go. And gonna move and gonna try to get her out of the carriage.
So you're gonna go run over to her, grab her, then run back out?
Yep. So I'm spending my entire turn just moving, trying to
Right.
get her out of...
So you can grab her and start dragging. Same situation though. As soon as you leave the threatened squares, it's gonna have an attack of opportunity on you, unless you have something that stops that.
Not yet. I'm trying to get her to safety.
Okay. 14.
Meets.
Ooh. Darn.
Okay. For 10 points of damage with the claw.
Bloodied but up.
So it slashes at you as you kind of turn, snarls, it kind of turns, and like I said, the eyeballs are kind of twitching, it's foaming at the mouth a little. And you guys are at the door, and you've got the first door open, which is all part of moving and stuff. And Bonnie is with Merrick. So the other ones of you, that was the end of the first round. And did anyone stay behind? Otherwise, you guys are halfway through, or most of the way through the cart.
If they're going in, and I saw the barkeep, I would have stayed, because it was me that, did the action, if I had seen him.
All right, so you stayed behind. Go ahead and tell me what you did during that turn then while they're running.
What was the guy's reaction?
He hid behind the bar.
Okay. I'm going to go grab a tablecloth and bring it over with me to him.
All right, so you do a magician's pull off the tablecloth, leaving all of the amazing things still standing, like, the salt shaker and, the whatever. And then move over to the, move behind the bar to him. That's probably your move and your interaction. Did you want to take an action?
If I have an action.
You were right next to tables there, so you just snatch, that's your interaction, walk over there, that's your move, so then you've got an action.
Well, I'm going to try to, wrap it around his mouth area, like, curl it up and make basically a gag out of it. Okay.
All right. So you start to gag him. He's freaking out, but he's worried that you're going to kill him if he does anything. So he lets you do it.
Okay. And I'm just saying, just calm down. I'm not going to hurt you if you stay quiet. I'm just going to politely and calmly gag you so you can't scream. And it's assurance for me. I know it's scary.
So yeah, he just kind of sits there and nods and shaking. So you guys get over there. So I'll just have the two of you enter initiative. So what did you get, Val and Adelaide?
21.
4.
So Val will go after Merrick. Adelaide goes first, I think.
Yep, then Bonnie.
And so now, as you open that door, Merrick opens his door, and you guys are looking at each other. You see Bonnie there has a little bit of blood on her, and looks kind of, well, it wouldn't have, like, girded all over or anything. So yeah, a little bit of blood on her, and she's got kind of a, like, maybe scared, kind of spaced out look, maybe?
A little glassy-eyed, maybe?
Well, yeah, and Merrick is literally dragging her to the door. So you've opened the door, they've opened the door, and you guys are now looking at each other across this 10-foot gap, or 6-foot gap, or whatever it is. Okay, so Adelaide.
So is the door... Are they through the door completely, or is the door still open?
No, they are in their cart, you're in your cart. There's about 2 squares. It's only about 6 feet, but it's 2 squares between the two of you. So 10 feet of movement.
Can I see behind them? Can I see the tiger?
You can see the carts, but the tiger is not there yet. Although you probably can hear something snarling in the background. And it's not Merrick.
Okay. She will pull her longbow out and notch an arrow. She wants to ready an action till she sees whatever the fuck is making that noise.
Okay.
And yell at them to get inside.
Okay.
Like, hurry up, hurry up. But she'll have her bow out.
All right. Bonnie?
Bonnie is trying to move away from the tiger more.
So you move through to the other side.
And will throw a Dissonant Whispers at it. So I need a wisdom save from the tiger.
Okay. 18. Wow.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna take half the damage and will not move away from me. Goody. So it'll take 5 psychic damage.
Okay, so it kind of twitches a little. Its brain kind of racked with these whispers of horrid things, even though it doesn't quite understand. It just sounds like whispered pains and agony of things that it would care about. Maybe baby tigers. You duck your way through after casting that spell.
And then it's the tiger's turn.
The tiger turns. After that, shakes it off. Sees Merrick there as its only potential target.
Merrick was behind me, so he was dragging me through. He would have already been on the other side of the door. Because
he got to the door, then opened it. That was the end of the turn, because he had moved twice already. He moved a lot through all of this. Interacted with a lot of things. It took his entire turn to get to the door. I said, both of you are on this side of the door, and both of them are on the other side of their door. You're in your carts. Nobody is in the entryway between.
Okay, my apologies. Otherwise, then I would have grabbed him as I was continuing to move. So we were moving together, not leaving him behind.
Okay, that means that he'll kind of be sacrificing his move this turn. And at this point, since there's consequences, I need a strength check.
10?
10 is not quite going to be able to drag him, but you can ready an action to move with him.
Okay. That's what I'll do then.
Okay, that's going to basically mean that you're going to be going after the tiger with him.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so you kind of realize you're just not going to be able to drag him completely and decide you're just going to wait and you're not going to move without him. So you kind of just ready yourself to run when he does, even though it's kind of all happening at the same time, obviously. You don't really stop running, but you just, this hesitance, this little pause. The tiger turns, seeing both of you, still decides that Merrick is the one that it is going to go after. Runs up, takes a swipe with his claw. 17 will hit for 12 points of damage. And Merrick drops with that.
Is that enough for me to have seen the tiger?
Yes, so the tiger comes into view, and you go ahead and take your shot, which would have happened before the attack, actually.
Okay, that's 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits.
5 piercing damage.
Okay.
Is that I was just holding my action. Could I do action surge to attack again?
Not during a readied action, no. You had to use your reaction to do that.
Okey-dokey.
So you have to do that on your turn.
All right.
So it just kind of hits it. It kind of snarls a little bit, finishes its attack on Merrick, who drops, and then it's on to Val's turn.
Merrick, and I rolled a death save and failed.
Okay. Val.
Can I reach out and grab Merrick from Bonnie?
Yeah.
Because she's still got a hand on him, right?
You can reach out and grab Merrick. He's basically in the doorway, so you just have to reach over.
Okay, and can I pull him into the other cart with my movement?
Yeah, what's your strength? I really should have been doing just based on strength now that he's dead weight.
Oh.
My strength is a 15.
Okay, yeah, you can drag him in there easily. So you move up, grab him, and then drag him across. I do want you to make me a relatively easy dexterity save as you're kind of walking along this narrow path and dragging this body across it.
Okay, 13.
13's fine. So you keep him and all his limbs from kind of dangling over the edge as you drag him back into your cart. The tiger kind of snarls at that. I'm not very happy that his prey is being taken away.
Okay, and then I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
With Grave Domain, my Circle of Mortality ability means that if someone's at 0 hit points, they automatically get the full max hit points restored.
Oh, snap.
For each possible die that I roll. So that would be... So you get 10 hit points back.
Wow.
Nice. So you heal, your wounds start to kind of close up and heal on their own. However, they do leave a little bit of a scar still, much milder than if they'd healed naturally, but there is always still just this hint of a scar where any natural healing or magical healing has happened. And then we're top of the order. Arthur, so I assumed it's probably going to take you more than, you're not just going to gag him, you're going to tie him up too, right?
Correct.
So you're going to take your turns to work on tying him up.
Okay, so it's going to take a whole action to tie him up?
I would say it's going to take one action for the gag, one action to bind his hands.
Okay, then I do that.
To do it right, I think that's what it's going to take. That allows you to bind him in less than 12 seconds. I think that's reasonable.
Fair enough, then that's what I do.
All right. Do you want to, do you say anything else to him, or do you keep just letting him know that reassuring him he's going to be safe?
I'm continuing to tell him not to struggle, that everything's going to be fine.
Okay.
And you said that the door's right there?
Yeah, the door's like literally right there.
Okay.
You can hear all the kind of screaming coming, because all the doors were left open, I assume, at this point.
Yeah.
You hear the railway, the sounds of the land passing from underneath you, and the wind, and them kind of screaming and yelling down at the end. You heard Val being hollered out really loud. Then we're top of the order, which is Adelaide.
I'm going to use my attack and my action surge to attack, so I'm just going to attack twice.
Sure, go for it.
One's a nat 1, and the other is a 20 total.
Okay, so your nat 1 obviously misses. The 20 hits, so go ahead and roll the damage to the 20, then we'll describe the scene.
Son of a bit. Another 5 piercing total.
Okay.
Rolling 2s.
So the you pull back and you just quickly shoot off 2 arrows, maybe an ability you just got this level, correct?
Yeah, so that second shot, trying to get it off real quick.
Something you're still not quite 100% sure of. So you on your first attack, the one you let it go a little too quickly just because you're anxious to get to that second shot, and the arrow streaks and hits the door frame on the second door, and it looks like that door probably at this point won't close correctly. Bonnie, I'm assuming a withdraw action.
Disengage.
Does that mean I won't be able to cast a spell?
Correct, but it means you'll be able to walk away without an attack of opportunity.
She's gonna cast Thunderclap first.
Okay, you thunder that clap.
Because it'll shove him backwards. So I need a con save.
All right. 6.
Oh, yay, max. So it takes 6 points of thunder damage and is shoved 10 feet away from me.
Okay, so the tiger kind of snarls as his thunder just gets blown in its face, and it gets pushed 10 feet back, its claws raking along the nice, well, not nice, but the kind of old carpeting that's in this cart, scratching it up.
And then I'll use the rest of my movement.
And then you GTFO, nice. So you are now on the other side. Everybody is. You want to use your interaction to close the door. So you walk through both doors. You are now in the first cargo cart with the door shut.
What the fuck happened?
Lock the door, lock the door.
I sure hope that little wooden door can hold that gigantic tiger. I mean, who knows? I know. All right. Hey, Goonies, it's me, Logan, your host and 20-sided DM Daddy-O, coming to you from nerdsmith.org, a nerdy entertainment network dedicated to bringing our listeners the highest quality entertainment possible. April 16th marks the beginning of Nerdsmith's first annual subscription drive. Subscribers will get access to Shenanigoons Session 0, where we created our party of adventurers, crafted the sordid tale of how they all first met. We've survived through the kindness of our subscribers, and we cannot thank you enough if you've taken the time to go to nerdsmith.org, learn about all our shows, and especially if you've had a chance to donate. If you're enjoying this episode, please tell a friend about Shenanigoons. Head over to iTunes and rate and review us, and if you are able to and feel so inclined, we would really appreciate a donation as well. Go to nerdsmith.org/donate and sign up for one of our 3 monthly donation options. We're investing every dime we make to bring you the best possible content, so you are our advertising. If you're not able to donate, that is an amazing way to help support us. I promise it's only going to get better as we go on. So much is going to be happening here coming up, and we're going to start introducing some of the new NPCs that we're getting from feedback and some of the new items into the Lost and Found. You're going to see a lot of fun things coming. You can also visit nerdsmith.org to order a nerd alert. That's down in the footer there. It's called a nerd alert. If you want to send a significant other a love note but can't find the right stationery, let Merrick or Bonnie read it out. Want to show your own dungeon master some love? Let me tell them how much fun you had last night. Visit nerdsmith.org/nerdalert, that's NERDALERT, to order your personalized message today. To further celebrate and give thanks to the community for its support, our fundraising weeks will also include the premiere of our sister podcast, Threads in the Veil. I cannot tell you how freaking excited I am for this. There's a couple of characters in it that I'm sure you're going to fall in love with. Meryl and Avipash. They are Birchfield Institute proctors. If you're listening to this podcast, you understand what the Birchfield Institute is. You understand what proctors are. And they are saddled with cleaning up the mess of the party. They are going to be going and investigating the break-in at the Leftrin estate. That's where it starts, and it's going to be so much fun. You don't need to listen to both. It's not something you have to listen to this podcast, understand that podcast, but if you listen to both, you're going to get a lot of great Easter eggs and you're going to have a lot of fun. At the end of this episode you're listening to, you're going to get your first listen to the audio drama, to Threads in the Veil. So that is going to be super exciting. So please stay tuned for that. One last thing before we get back to the show, I'm happy to announce that Nerdsmith's newest supporter is NatureBox. If you've ever gotten a little peckish on a train but didn't want to pay the insane snack trolley markup on those tuna fish sandwiches, a subscription to NatureBox is a healthy, tasty alternative at an affordable price. Check out their gourmet mocha almonds or white cheddar caramel popcorn. Make sure you go to nerdsmith.org/snack. That will get you onto the website, and then you get special discounts because of that, and then you get another discount by entering promo code 33, that's THIRTY, all caps, and then the number 3. So they'll give you 30% off 3 orders of their delicious snacks. Go to nerdsmith.org/snack, and then use the promo code 33. All right, let's go see whether or not the Shenanigoons get themselves killed in the next half hour. Marek.
Can the tiger seemingly fit through the doors?
The tiger absolutely could fit through the doors, yes.
All right. Pull out my thieves' tools. Try to lock the door. That is a 16 on the die, plus sleight of hand.
Yeah. Okay, so this door locks.
Cool. And then as a bonus action, I'm moving back towards my crate.
All right. So as you're working on this door, you hear a thud against the back door and scratching sounds. All right, so now Val.
Well, I'm holding the door shut if the tiger's pushing against it at all, just in case.
Yeah, he definitely is. But you did get the door locked.
Can we get a big crate to put in front of it?
Yes, please. Adelaide is shit at doing that.
Val will grab a large crate and put it in front of the door.
All right, so you go and you get a crate. Unfortunately, all the crates are strapped down, so you're going to have to start unstrapping one at this point. It's probably going to take you 2 turns to undo all the ropes.
Okay, then she's going to pause, and she's going to turn and look at everyone else. If we don't disturb anything else, it might just look like the tiger got out.
We were seen.
Yes, by the bartender, but what are we going to do about that? He saw us clearly. There's no disguising who we are at this point. The other one, we don't have to worry about right now, thanks to Arthur.
Okay, that's 6 seconds, so we're moving
Logan, was there anybody in the dining car?
Nobody else was in the dining car.
Okay.
Arthur, what are you doing? You are now done tying him up.
Okay. I'm gonna reach over and be like, here. So let me show you this wonderful book, The Puppies of Mystery. And I'm going to grab the book and come back, and then I'm just going to basically hit him over the head with it and knock him out.
All right.
What damage is it? What damage die is a book?
It's like a soft-cover pulp novel. Fine. You
He's restrained,
you
so
sit
I
there. Yeah,
imagine
no,
I
no,
can
no, that's
knock him
fine.
out.
You sit there and you knock him out.
Okay.
With the puppies of mystery novel.
Mystery solved.
Oh.
God damn it.
All right. So then we're top of the order again, which is Adelaide.
Oh, God. All right. Then, yeah, we should probably just book it the fuck back to the dining car.
Yeah. If we figure out something to do that'll keep the bartender from talking, then we won't have to worry about Merrick suddenly showing up.
Oh, God, where's Arthur? And she's gonna book it back to the dining
So
car.
you start heading back. Bonnie.
Bonnie kind of just shakily picks herself up and starts almost in a haze, starting to walk towards the door.
You make a double move back, but in a haze, kind of a stupor. So you'll be past the crate and almost to the other door. Actually, you'll be all the way to the other door. So you could even go through it with a 60 move. You could be in the dining car if that's what you want.
She's kind of covered in blood, so maybe not. She'd probably wait for Val.
You stop. Okay. Just then, one of the panels of the door splinters, and this claw and paw start to come through. You would guess that it's not going to take another hit like that.
Adelaide. And Bonnie draws her rapier.
So am I getting the locations right? Like, Bonnie and Adelaide are on the opposite side of the car as the tiger door?
Correct, yes. You guys are on the 50-foot away side, and Val and Merrick are still on that side.
Okay.
Logan, how wide is the walkway between the two cars?
It's probably 4 feet, but it's got some other kind of railing and stuff. Doesn't have railing all the way across, obviously, but there's some other things to kind of hold yourself up on. You would guess that this thing could be standing on one side and affecting the door on the other, though, with no problem. Merrick.
He is going to shoot at the tiger.
Through the tiny hole, okay. Could be at a disadvantage.
All right, that's fine. All right, so I rolled a nat 20 and then an 11, which gives me a 16.
16 does not make it. Unfortunately, it hits the door and does some damage to the door.
Okay.
It gets a bonus for having 3/4 cover.
Got it. All right, just continue moving out of the car.
Okay, so you are now back. Now, do you stop at your crate? Because you can get there in the move you had last turn, or you can go all the way to where the other two are at the far door.
I'm not sure if tigers track by scent, and since it can break through a wooden door like that, I'm not gonna hide in my crate. I'm gonna head towards the dining car.
Okay, so you can make it all the way into the dining car if you want, or you can stay on this side of it.
Into the dining car.
Okay, Val.
Since everyone else has already headed that way, she's gonna book it. He already locked the door, so she doesn't have to hold it. So she follows Merrick and heads to the other end.
Okay.
She's going over there. She's not staying by the tiger.
All right, so you double move into the dining car. Right then, Arthur kind of pops up from behind the bar. No bartender in sight.
Book clutched in his hand.
Got a book viciously clutched in his hand.
Would you like something to drink?
Jesus Christ.
There's a tiger on its way out here.
I did hear a ruckus. Everybody's with me now?
Yep.
Except for Adelaide?
Well, Adelaide and Bonnie are just on the other side of the door. You can hear them.
And the door's open.
The two doors are open. They're just inside the other cart. They didn't come into this car.
Okay. Well, I guess I got to do something with the body, so I'll pick it up and ask those that are there, that are present, what should I do with him? Any ideas? I could probably hide him behind the bar, unless you want to put him back in some of the crates.
The sleeper car's in the next carriage up. Put him in one of the rooms.
He saw Arthur push the guard off the train.
Why would you go and do a thing like that?
To be fair, I don't think Arthur did it on purpose. He was trying to get back so we could come help you and Bonnie with whatever the hell was happening. But nonetheless, this guy saw that, so it's a problem.
Arthur, do you start moving for the next cart?
None of those are ours.
No, correct.
Mike knows that this isn't very wise.
How wise is Arthur?
But Arthur, not very wise at all. He's going to pick up the guy and probably create even more problems by going to the sleeper cart.
All right. So you start walking that way. What is your strength?
It is a 12.
So 12 becomes about 180 pounds. So yeah, you're not quite in your, unless you have a lot of gear for some reason,
No.
you're not into your push-pull drag. So you're moving at full speed. Because this guy's kind of lanky. So you can start heading down, and you can double move all the way to the end there.
Okay.
Then we need Adelaide at the top of the order.
Adelaide's gonna get another shot off at the tiger, at least attempt to.
Yep, disadvantage.
2 13s, so that's a 20 total.
20 will. You do get right in between one of the slits with a 20, and you do hit.
9 points of piercing
Okay.
damage.
All right. So you hear this kind of shriek from outside. Are you going to stay in this room?
Does Adelaide have any sense of how fast a tiger can move across a 50-foot space?
Probably not.
Okay, she'll yell at yell at Bonnie to get inside the dining car, and she'll run in and
Okay.
grab the ticket of Merrick's, and when she gets in there, like literally shove it at him and be like, "Take your fucking ticket."
I have a ticket.
So as you're doing all of this, you kind of duck back through the other way. Bonnie is alone now in that cart. Bonnie, what do you do?
Bonnie narrows her eyes at the split that is happening and draws her sword
Bonnie.
Okay.
and readies to an attack.
The tiger destroys this door to splinters and does a full move towards Bonnie, which is a little short of actually getting to you. So it doesn't quite get to you. Merrick. So you look back, you see this tiger charging at Bonnie, who has steeled herself, drawn her weapon, and is facing it down.
Bonnie is not smart.
Bonnie, you idiot. Get in this car now. And he's going to fire a shot.
Okay.
Not quite a nat 20. That is a 16 to hit.
16 does hit, now that it is no longer behind the cover.
Perfect.
What is your range on that, by the way?
Very far.
80 and 320.
Yeah, you're fine.
7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. It is now bloodied. So you can now start to see that this damage you've been doing is wearing on it. But it is obviously very formidable. That's Val.
Okay, she's gonna reach out and grab Bonnie by the back of, like, the neck of her coat that she paid for and pull her into the other cart. Stop being an idiot.
I'm going to assume that Bonnie does not want to be drugged.
You are correct.
So you'll need to make a grapple check first. So that's a resisted check. You do athletics, and they do whichever one they want.
That is 10.
I rolled an 11.
Nice. So you barely grab Bonnie kind of around the arm. You have her very precariously held, and you move back. I'm going to ask for one more resisted strength check to try to drag her.
That's a 18.
15.
Yikes.
So you've got her. You're definitely holding her, but you just can't quite get her to actually fucking move. But that does put you now in that room as well. Arthur, you finished going to the sleeper car?
Take a nice nap.
Yeah.
All right, you're in the sleeper car. So do you just pick the first one on the left or right?
I'm picturing these doors have windows on them in fantasy land that I'm in.
Not really.
Sleeper car. Maybe they have curtains.
Yeah, they probably have curtains. So yeah, there's actually there's a couple that have the curtains open, and there's nobody inside.
Okay.
So you'll find one that's open and empty.
I'm going to look for one that doesn't have any luggage, that looks like it hadn't been used this trip.
Nope, nothing in this one. You found one.
Okay. I go in there.
All right.
I set the bartender down.
Okay.
Sleeping on the job.
Like, kind of push him under the bed. I'm going to leave the sleeper cart, shut the door behind me. Was there a key in it, or probably not?
No.
Then I will head back to the food cart. Try to head back to everybody else.
All right. Well, you're putting them down and you're closing the curtain. That's what you'll be doing this turn. You return to the food cart next turn. Adelaide, top of the order.
Can Adelaide get a clean shot on the tiger?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's gonna do that. First, she's gonna shout at Bonnie, "Bonnie, noble heroes get dead," and then she'll shoot arrow at the tiger. Ooh, lovely. That's an 11.
11 does not hit.
Didn't think so.
So you just barely graze the fur on the tiger as it kind of continues moving forward. Bonnie!
She's going to take her first attack. Well, her only attack?
You are grappled, and it is 5 feet. You have to move 5 feet, so you cannot move towards it. You'd have to break the grapple.
And will that mean I won't be able to attack if I break the grapple?
Correct. Or you could ready to attack when it gets to you.
She casts a spell instead then.
Okay.
So she'll cast Thunderclap again, so she needs a con save.
From both him and Val, I believe, right?
Yeah, she wouldn't cast that one then. She'd cast Vicious Mockery.
You said you were casting it. I'm gonna keep you to it. So we're gonna go ahead and do con saves. It's in the heat of the moment. You want the tiger and Val to be away from you. Kind of makes sense. So let's get con saves from Val, and con save from me is a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't roll real well either. It's an 8.
Alright, so 5 points of thunder damage.
To each of us, and we're both pushed back 10 feet, which means you'll no longer be grappled. However, I do need a dex save from Val, as she's pushed out onto the onto the railing.
Oops.
Sorry, I'm stupid.
I don't think any of our characters get to claim to be particularly smart after the events that have occurred today.
I'm book smart. What are you talking about?
Puppies of
Bonnie
mystery
is not.
smart.
That's a 3.
Holy cow.
Ooh.
All right. So Val slips out and slips off the train. Make me a strength check. Strength save, sorry.
Good at those.
You're the heroes. Do you think it was going to be that easy?
I never said it was going to be that easy. I know you too well as a DM.
Come on.
Strength save. That's a 8. Because I rolled really shitty.
Man.
So you realize that you're going to be slipping off of this thing. You're done. This is it. You're going under one of these wheels. So instead of trying to maybe angle yourself underneath or try to grab onto something that's moving, you decide to just kind of kick. And you just catch the edge of the railing and you push off away enough from the train. So you only got to get hit by the train and not by the wheels itself. And so you're going to be taking 9 points of damage as you hit the ground and kind of slide. You've got road rash down your face. But you are off the train, but it is gone past you.
Oh, fuck.
Do I see this?
Nope. You're in the car. You're putting the little pillow underneath his head and closing the curtains.
Did presumably Adelaide and Merrick saw this happen?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, shit.
Out of character, to be honest, jumping the fuck off this train is not our worst idea right now.
Just to mention that was gonna be Adelaide's next suggestion after this clusterfuck happened.
So then the tiger moves up to Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. Takes a slash, and obviously the thunderclap just kind of hit it wrong in the face, and it comes up and rakes down. Maybe it's not seeing well, but it kind of rakes right next to you and completely misses.
Oh, God, thank God.
Merrick.
Taking another shot.
All right.
Do I have advantage on this because it's in melee with another person?
If Bonnie is within melee range, then yes. He doesn't have advantage. He has sneak attack.
All right. Go for it. Yeah, that's fine.
Good. That's an 18 to hit it
18 hits.
for 10 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Okay, so you hit him and he's like obviously taken back by that hit. Yeah, no, that's the biggest hit you guys have done. So it's just kind of like startled a little bit by this hit and looks like it's giving him kind of a second thought. But then the eyes kind of gloss over again and you just don't think he's going to stop. Val, so you're picking yourself up, picking out gravel and grass from yourself and looking at the back end of this train.
Yeah, she just is wiping dust off her armor, making sure she has all her gear, checking everything over.
Everything seems to be good.
And just starts muttering under her breath, like, God damn fucking amateurs. God damn it. And she's just walking.
Arthur, you come back and you see that Bonnie is still in that far cart, still engaged with this tiger, and Adelaide and Merrick are yelling at her to get back here, and she's just not doing it, assuming that one of them is standing near the door ready to close it if Bonnie does come through.
Okay. How far away is I can see the tiger now for the first time.
The tiger, as you're coming into this cart, so after your full move, it's about 50 feet away.
Okay. That's within range of my attack that I can use for Eldritch Blast.
All right.
10.
That does not hit, unfortunately. So we're back at the top of the order. The train, the feel of the train kind of changes a little bit. You're now kind of going over this bridge that's about 20 feet over this body of water, like a lake. That's a few miles, well, several miles outside of the town.
Adelaide's gonna take another shot because this thing needs to get down. Ooh, that's a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Another 5 piercing. I keep rolling a fucking 2 on this dice.
Okay.
And she'll yell at Bonnie again. Get in the car.
Are you going to action search?
I only have 1 per short rest.
Okay.
So no.
Bonnie is going to attack and then she's going to GTFO. So.
Okay, that'll be attack of opportunity if you don't withdraw.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
So she's going to attack. Oh shit! Natural 20!
After all this.
I'm excited! So just double dice.
Double dice or double damage, whichever way you want to do it. Remember, you don't double your modifier.
That's really good. So 18 points of slashing damage as she rakes it across the face with her rapier, and then she dives for the other
Don't dive, just run.
All right, so you do it. It's staggered yet again. Obviously, another big hit. It takes the slash at you, but just barely misses. So you kick the door shut. So the door is now shut, and we are on to the tiger, who then goes and jumps against the door, which has been latched to the point where it does not actually latch. It's been fixed, so it does not latch. So whoever's by the door pops open. Whoever just shut it, and it is now open, but the tiger is standing there. It did stop him for a turn.
Fuck.
Merrick.
So is Adelaide in melee range with it?
I hope not, but probably.
Yeah, if you just shut the door, yeah. I mean, you're probably behind the door, though, so it's covered, but yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so I will still get sneak attack.
All right.
That is a 14.
14 does not hit.
Perfect.
You got to move?
Yeah. I'm going to run and slam the door shut.
Okay. So you move up and you shut the door again on the tiger's face. And it's now shut. Or at least not latched, but it's shut. Val.
How fast are you running now?
She's not running. She's just walking along the tracks. She figures either she's going to walk up for a little while down the tracks towards Gravesend. And if she doesn't eventually, see you guys walking back towards her, she'll just head to whichever city's closer.
Fair enough.
Okay. Arthur. So you look out the kind of between these two cars. You see this the lake that you guys are now over. You see the tiger at the door. Merrick just slammed the door that you so lovingly rigged so it can't latch closed in the tiger's face.
I can't attack it now from range. So I will go into the cart. I have a 30-foot move, so I do that.
You're basically up with Merrick now.
Okay. I can't open the... can I open the door and attack it?
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
He shut the door, which was an interaction. He didn't have an action to actually hold it. So.
Yeah, if I can get there and open the door and attack it, that's what I'm going to do.
Yep. Okay, go for it.
So when I get there, I'm going to cast Booming Blade and hit it.
All right.
With my War Pick.
Go ahead. So the scene is that Merrick just ran up and slammed the door shut, and then casually Arthur walks up and opens it, and then stabs him.
The fuck are you doing?
What actually happened, Logan, was Adelaide slammed the door, the tiger shoved the door open, then Merrick closed the door, then Arthur pulled it open.
We're the most organized heist team ever.
Doors, man.
That's a 7 to hit. That definitely hits.
Does not hit.
Fuck.
7 does not hit. All right, top of the order, Adelaide.
Adelaide just says, "What the fuck is wrong with us?" And she'll just back up a little bit and try to shoot the tiger.
All right, go for it.
That's 22 to hit. 7 piercing damage.
So your arrow streaks, you hit the tiger right in the shoulder, and he drops. He just kind of eyes roll back in his head, he kind of starts twitching, falls down, and underneath the train car, which evidently is the size of thing you don't want underneath the last car on your train, as that does dislodge the last train car. It starts to kind of slide sideways, and all of a sudden, all the train cars start to tip, and I need dexterity saves.
Awesome.
Sorry, not sorry.
Suddenly, I'm really glad I'm not on the train.
That would be a natural one.
Oh, shit.
Same.
Wow. 19 plus 3. So, I did good, despite the fact that I caused this.
At 11.
So 11 and up is fine. The natural ones aren't going to make it, though. As they're kind of jostled, the rest of you kind of grabbed onto something. Unfortunately, the train car is very quickly filling up with water.
Oh!
As the entire train is now in the lake.
Well, this is something.
Rather impressive, I'll admit.
No, listen. I can help you out. Just hold on a sec.
Pardon me, my friends. Where might we find Sir Leftrin?
Right inside the manor.
You'll hear him before you see him.
Another incompetent fool at my door. Come to smash something else of mine, have you?
Now, there's something we're not seeing yet.
Some sort of aberrant creature. If you see the tentacles over there and over there.
I do not appreciate your tone, madam.
Imagine that.
Go ahead. Look. Go ahead. Look. Go.
I'm so sorry. I didn't see where I was. Hello? Hello? Oh, gods!
Threads in the Veil. Covenant. Coming soon to nerdsmith.org.